tariffs policy goes into effect tomorrow.
Yeah.
As you know, a federal appellate court today heard oral arguments about whether or not you had the authority to unilaterally impose those tariffs. I'm not going to get you to weigh in on the legal arguments, but you're weighing your decision to do that, your authority to do that, based on a 1977 law. It's never been invoked before. Why didn't you invoke this law?
Well, we've been winning all along.
I just want to ask you, why didn't you invoke this law in your first term? You could have taken in billions upon billions of dollars in your first term, but you waited until your second term.
Yeah, because in my first term, I was fighting lunatics like you who were trying to do things incorrectly and inappropriately to a president that was duly elected. And we did do certain tariffs in the first term. If you look at China, we took in hundreds of billions of dollars from China. But when COVID came, the last thing I was going to do is tell France and Italy and Spain and a couple of other countries that we're going to hit you with tariffs. We had to fight the COVID situation when that came. But if you look at my first term, we took in hundreds of billions of dollars worth of tariffs, but you people didn't cover it very well. Yeah.
Who are here for public service cannot enrich themselves. And the reason that this idea to put a ban on stock trading for members of Congress is even a thing is because of Nancy Pelosi. I mean, she is rightfully criticized because she makes, I think, $174,000 a year, yet she has a net worth of approximately $413 million. In 2024, Nancy Pelosi's stock portfolio, this was a fascinating statistic to me, grew 70% in 1 year in 2024, and her portfolio outperformed every single large hedge fund in that same year, and even more than doubled the returns of Warren Buffett's Berkshire Hathaway. So I think the president stands with the American people on this. He doesn't want to see people like Nancy Pelosi enriching themselves off of public service and ripping off their constituents in the process. As for the mechanics of the legislation and how it will move forward, the White House continues to be in discussions with our friends on Capitol Hill. Emily. Our 18 major trading partners, 2/3 of those trading partners have a deal. We've sent out 17 letters to countries around the world. And the rest of those countries that either do not have a deal or have a letter, they will be hearing from this administration by the midnight deadline tonight. So,
advice to everybody is get ready for that. The financial system is getting ready to switch. All private central bankers have been notified and put on notice that we have to prepare our people for tokenization processes all throughout anything tied to the USD system. So the Federal Reserve, all private central bankers are going to be moving over onto the Ripple network. That's a given. For those of you that are following Q and Q program, the Anon series, you are right on track the entire time. But we know how that's going to work. For those of you that are not and you're operating on the public side, I'll tell you something very clearly right now. If you are not moving into the trust processes and you just can't do it and you can't manage to make that process work for yourself, what I want you to do is at least go get yourself some XRP and stick it over there, and you can thank me later when everything switches over. If we're being notified to notify our own clients, then that means that this is all signed, sealed, delivered. Everything is coming down the pipeline, and we're getting ready to flip the switch. Again, you don't want to be on the outside looking in, because when they flip that switch, if you're not an institutional program, you are not going to be able to access that side of the ledgers. So again, they're going to make it almost impossible for anybody to access those coins. I'm just giving you a quick heads up. All right, guys, listen up. We got a big one today. It's a very important topic for everybody to listen to, and you're going to have to take the information pretty seriously. So I've been getting a lot of emails over the past couple of weeks from clients, from outside services, even here on X. So listen to what I'm about to say. There's a scam, a PSYOP going around the internet about this thing called QFS trust wallets or QFS wallets. Please, if you've never listened to anything that I ever say again or anything that I have ever said, do not get involved with some organization selling you on QFS wallets or setting up QFS trust wallets, quantum financial trust wallets. I'm going to tell you exactly what QFS wallets are and where they're used and who uses them. QFS wallets are for a financial reset from the fiat currency system over to the digital currency system. They are only available to the government and to the private central bank for that government. It is there to convert currency of the realm. QFS wallets do not exist if you are a citizen. If you're a citizen of a nation and you're involved on that side of the board, there is no QFS wallet. That's a scam. You got involved in the PSYOP. Let me tell you what the scam companies are doing out there with these so-called QFS wallets and setting up trust wallets is what they're calling them. What they're doing is they're building in backdoor software. They get you to go to a website to set up a trust wallet, and they build in the software to mirror your phone or mirror your computer or laptop. So now they have access to everything. Everything you're doing on your screen, they can see it. That's what's done. It is one of the biggest Ponzi schemes and PSYOPs I have ever seen in my life. Straight up and honest, I'm telling you, as an international private banker, the only way that you can do that is self-custody your own stuff in your own cold storage with your own access into the system. Yes, you can put your items on a cold storage. That is the proper method, but you're also supposed to leave a little bit on the exchange to leave that door open. Anybody telling you that they're involved with QFS, Nasera Jacera, that they're part of the white hat organization outside of us, if QFS wallets were a real thing, I would know. And I'm telling you, they are a real thing, just not for you. They are actually only built and designed for governments so that when they do the reset, that they can transfer all of the credits and the bonds, the tier 1 assets, directly over to the blockchain itself so that they can tokenize all of their citizens. Let that sink in. So please, if you got involved in some company that's selling you on a trust wallet, get out. If you have crypto on it, get out, get it onto your own wallet, get away from QFS wallets. They are a 100% scam unless you're operating with the government. Anyways, just a little bit FYI for you guys. I hope that helps with your transactions. Anybody that's selling you on a QFS wallet, you should report them to your local Securities and Exchange Commission or to whatever province, state, or territory that you were with. They are a scam company. Please be careful. Watch what you were doing and stop getting scammed.
You cannot wipe us out, whether we're gay, straight, Asian, black, female. You're not going to be able to get rid of us. We are here. We are Americans.
Robert, I don't think anyone is trying to wipe your liberal coalition. You're chemically castrating yourselves. You are the party of abortion, and you're having less kids while conservatives are having more. So you're wiping yourselves out. And I would say more power to you. You're abiding your choice.
Angers me when people are like, this woke stuff gotta go. That's telling me that you don't care about my lived experience. You don't care about the oppression of the LGBTQ community. You don't care about the oppression of the disabled. You don't care about the oppression of immigrants. You don't care about your fellow neighbor. And that is ungodly. That is not Christian.
But you know what the most ironic thing is? They don't care about it, and they don't care about it while wearing big fat crosses around their necks.
Yes.
I gotta step in here. Sonny, about your lived experience. You're doing better than over 99% of the country. You're not oppressed. And no one is oppressing the disabled. They are oppressed by their disability. And with LGBT, well, taking over every corporation, running the culture with an entire month in your name, and turning every criticism into a hate crime is not exactly oppression. It's called a privilege that others do not have. And with immigrants, I'm an immigrant. I am not oppressed, Sonny. I have the same opportunities as everyone else. And I'm absolutely offended by condescending liberals like you telling me that I am a victim and that I'm oppressed. All of this cuts right into the core of your wokeness, trading righteousness and virtue signaling to look good while shutting down everyone who doesn't bow to your narrative. Like calling Christians ungodly for not being woke. By the way, try saying that to Muslims who are not woke either, and you will quickly realize just how kind Christians have been to you.
I'm sorry. Why don't I just go to the bank to get some cash out, and I have like 5 20s with a stamp on it that says Donald Trump lives here. It scared me so damn bad, I had to Google it. Apparently it's a stamp that Trump supporters use and put on money. They've been doing this since 2018. I'm so pissed right now. I don't want this on my money. I'm about to spend the fuck out of these. I don't want that. Like, everything those people do is so deranged. Why are you messing with currency? Isn't that illegal, like, for them to do that? And then why does the bank...
My Chiefs in the crosshairs. My Chiefs in the crosshairs.
Senators voting in the affirmative: Baldwin, Blunt Rochester, Durbin, Heinrich, Hirono, Kane.
It's just awfully good that someone with the temperament of Donald Trump is not in charge of the law in our country.
Because you'd be in jail.
Secretary Clinton.
We want to remind the audience to please not talk out loud. Please do not applaud. You're just wasting time.
The email evidence from the Durham annex proving that the Clinton campaign and George Soros helped Obama and his intelligence cronies with setting up the Russia hoax before the FBI opened an investigation. The Durham annex is a classified appendix to Special Counsel John Durham's final report on the origins of the FBI's 2016 Trump-Russia investigation, also known as Crossfire Hurricane. It was discovered by FBI Director Kash Patel in a hidden room at FBI headquarters, a room apparently sealed off during James Comey's tenure and never disclosed publicly. Inside that secret space, Patel found multiple burn bags, containers normally used to destroy classified documents that contained thousands of pages, including the previously unreleased annex. Durham concluded that Obama and Clinton orchestrated a multi-year soft coup against President Trump. His findings show just how close they came to succeeding. Kash Patel uncovered the truth, and now the world will see just how close Obama and Clinton came to destroying our republic. This is treason, plain and simple. Given what we know now, Trump should 100% get another term in 2028. The Dems, along with the MSM and IC, derailed Trump's entire first term, stole the 2020 election and tried to kill him. Frankly, President Trump should be allowed to stay as long as the American people want him to stay. It's time for these traitors to be held accountable. Should Trump appoint a special prosecutor to look into Obama's citizenship? When proof is confirmed he wasn't born in America, he can't claim presidential immunity for his treasonous crimes. TikTok. He was born on August the 4th, 1961 at 7:24 p.m. at Oahu, country Honolulu, Hawaii. Full name of father, Barack Hussein Obama. Age of father, 25. Birthplace, Kenya, East Africa. Student, university. Full maiden name of mother, Stanley Ann Durham. Age of mother, 18. Birthplace, Wichita, Kansas. Type of occupation, none. Signed 8/7/61. Meantime, it's Friday. The driver of the bus and the figure behind the mirror. Forwarded from El Donado Trumpo. El Mexico seems to like our tariffs, so they stay on. Q-Post 3529, July 28, 2019, 3:11 p.m. EDT. While Congress is away, the month of August, been highlighted in red, is traditionally a really hot month. Nature is unpredictable. Q. Guys, I could just tell you this. What I am hearing is completely different than what Bruce is hearing. It's also better. Going to do an update tomorrow with the Mushroom Ladies about 11:30 Pacific. And that was from Mike and BARA. Hi guys, I received news from a member from Colombia saying that Ban Colombia was about to embark her house and she was under a lot of stress and could not get any help anywhere. Today she received a letter from the bank telling how much she owes them. The amount is 0.00000. Isn't she lucky? The debt has been cancelled. She is very emotional right now and thanks God that she is able to keep her house. Looks like things are happening, guys. God bless Wolverine. Yesterday's definition, it had to be done in 12 hours. Today's definition is suggested 12 hours, but doesn't have to be. BS. It's still at the window, TNT Tony. He posted this 2:06 a.m. August 1st, 2025. We did have an earthquake before Wednesday. Rates did show up on the bank screens on Wednesday. Archangel Gabriel today. They are watching the rates change. Rates must be within an agreed upon range to post to public screens. If they are in range, they will post the rate changes today, 7:31:25 at 3 p.m. Eastern, noon my time, 10 p.m. Iraq time. If not, they will try at that time every day until it does. It has started. No need to worry. We are on our way. Jen. Majid on X posted 7:34 p.m. July 31st, 2025. The tariff have been adjusted. Iraq jumped from 30% to 35% tariff. Wow. Vietnam 20%, Venezuela 15%. Cointelegraph. Now President Trump signed an executive order to further modify reciprocal tariff rates. Iraq 35%. Vietnam, I can't see Vietnam. Wow. Stooge World posted a comment to Majid. Mr. Majid, I was just reading here that Iraq has to pay a 30% tariff. How does that affect the RV? Negatively or positively? Majid, they cannot pay tariffs unless they RV. All countries have to RV in order to be able to pay tariffs starting on August 1st. The tariff executive order mentioned stopping currency manipulation. Iran Parliament conditionally approves removing 4 zeros from national currency. That's great. Forwarded from A to Z Dreams channel. We have not heard of anything starting overseas. Do not go to the banks as the DNB do not buy note will still be on teller screens. We know we are close and everything is done. The people at the helm need all of our prayers to overcome any last-minute difficulties. This was forwarded from Melissa Redpill from Freedom Force. Alert! President Trump is asking everyone to forward this email to a minimum of 20 people and to ask each of those to do likewise. In 3 days, most people in the United States will have the message. This is an idea that should be passed around regardless of political party. The Trump Rules Congressional Reform Act of 2017. 1. No tenure, no pension. A congressman woman collects a salary while in office and receives no pay when they're out of office, and no more perks go with them. 2. Congress, past, present and future, participates in Social Security. All funds in the Congressional Retirement Fund move to the Social Security system immediately. All future funds flow into the Social Security system, and Congress participates with the American people. It may not be used for any other purpose. 3. Congress must purchase their own retirement plan, just as all Americans do. 4. Congress will no longer vote themselves a pay raise. Congressional pay will rise by the lower of CPI or 3%. 5. Congress loses their current health care system and participates in the same healthcare system as the American people. 6. Congress must equally abide by all laws they impose on the American people, i.e. no more insider trading. 7. All contracts with past and present congressmen and women are void. The American people did not make this contract with congressmen, women. Congress made all these contracts by and for themselves. Serving in Congress is an honor and privilege, not a career. The Founding Fathers envisioned citizen legislators should serve their terms, then go home and go back to work, not get all kinds of freebies. No wonder they're fighting everything he tries. Pass it on. Let's help Trump drain the swamp. Just hold your finger down, then hit forward. Send it to everyone you know. Let's help Trump get the country straightened out. Save America on X. Posted 2:12 p.m. July 30th, 2025. Alert, breaking. Rep. Tim Burchett says he thinks there's a paper trail of money that was sent overseas that ended up back in the pockets of lawmakers in Washington, D.C. He said there will soon be a lot of retirements. What's your response? Dan SCAVINO Jr. posted on X 9:31 p.m. 7:31:25. They, Dems, thought Trump and those close to him would be in prison by now. That was the end game after a long 9-year journey. But he's back, and the cover-up is unraveling before our very eyes. Buckle up and sleep tight, y'all. You know who you are. Tick-tock.
The meaning of life is service to others. That's it. He said, when you are a service to others, that will vanquish your own inadequacies, your anxieties, your depression. It brings you into the moment. And not only that, it makes the world a better place. And there's a lot of people that need a lot of service right now. So shifting humanity's entire focus from self-interest to other interest, instead of selfishness, otherishness was his entire thesis of the meaning of life. And I thought that was, it's so true. It doesn't get better than that.
This was forwarded from Adam Stevens. Hi everyone. I'm watching very closely over the next couple of hours. A lot of events are in play. Over the past couple of weeks, container ships carrying goods from Vietnam have been unable to offload containers because they have been awaiting the new tariffs and also the new currency of Vietnam. This afternoon, the Long Beach and Los Angeles ship pilots and tugboats were given orders to bring those ships at anchor into the docks. The longshoremen were also authorized for overtime. This is amazing. I am watching very carefully right now. The tariffs go into full effect at 12 midnight Eastern, 9 p.m. PST. Reno and West Coast banks are closed. I'm watching for Forex to come to life at any time. Timing is always the factor. Let's all take a moment. Let's calm our spirits and pray for everyone involved bringing the blessings to us. Today I went to my local Chase where I opened my family trust account. I asked the teller some pointed questions and she confirmed that on her screen she saw the dinar, dong, rupiah and VES for Bolivar was also there. They all had a DNB as they were in what she called it a internal change, as the teller said. Let's see what happens on the next couple of hours. Everyone, sending you all love and positive vibes for an amazing leap of our lives. Adam Stevens, A2Z Dreams contributor. President Donald J. Trump announced his candidacy for president on 6/16/15. 6 is F, 1 is A, 6 is F, 15 is O. That equals the ground and find out. Rite of Dream Reactivation. By the flame of ancient sky, I call the memory that does not die. Through soul stream light beam star sea wide, let my dreaming self arise. Guardians of the star map, keepers of the living halls of memory, turn to me, my dreaming key. Arcturian dream weavers, Pleiadian song carriers, open my night gates, unseal my sight. Let me dream again in full remembrance. Tonight I return to the realms of knowing. Let my dreams be clear. I walk again among the stars. You're beginning to understand, aren't you, that the whole world is inside you, in your perspectives and in your heart. That to be able to find peace, you must be at peace with yourself first. And to truly enjoy life, you must enjoy who you are. And once you learn how to master this, you will be protected from everything that makes you feel like you cannot go on. That with this gift of recognizing yourself, even when you are alone, you will never be lonely. Prayer for divine reset and abundant blessing. Beloved Creator, we gather tonight under the umbrella of love, hearts open and spirits joined as one. We give thanks for the blessings of this moment, for the shift that is upon us, for the release of old systems, and for the birth of fairness, truth, and abundance for all. May this divine reset of currency be a reflection of balance, compassion, and justice. Let it lift the hearts of those in need, restore dignity to every soul, and open doors of opportunity that have long been closed. We call upon your light to guide leaders, to anchor integrity into every transaction, and to ensure that wealth flows where it heals, uplifts, and unites. Tonight we stand together as one family, sowing seeds of hope, gratitude, and trust. We release fear and welcome your perfect plan, knowing all is unfolding for the highest good of humanity. And so it is.